Hello YouTube viewer, thank you for taking the time to stop by my channel today to view this video. My name is Charlie, nice to acquaint you. I think one of the topics that we need to talk about and discuss is how to prepare for Donnie's dictatorship. Now, first things first, let me make sure that everybody understands where I stand. Donald Trump, MAGA, Project 2025, and all those whiny bitch-ass Democrats and independents that wanted to protest vote against Harris or did not come out to vote for Harris for some godly reason or another, you can all go fuck yourselves. This country is heading down a dark path, and it is because of all of you. So now you know where I stand. We need to talk about the preparation for the dictatorship. And I know there's some people that say, well, it's not going to be a dictatorship. Well, it's going to be pretty much a close semblance of one, to be honest with you. So, and we need to be somewhat prepared for what is going to happen. Now, there are those who are going to be delusional that think that everything is going to be okay. You know, for example, MAGA, right? They think everything is going to be better because for Trump. They're just cultists and they don't know. And then there's going to be those people who have their heads still stuck in the sand that think everything is going to be okay. I mean, I have a friend who's told me, well, you know, Mango Mussolini, he's stupid, he's hiring stupid people, and which is all true. And he's going to fail miserably, and which is all true. And they say that everything's going to be okay. We just got to weather the storm and get to the midterms. And, you know, and I'm just like, oh my God. He has no idea. It doesn't matter if Donnie's dictatorship is going to go epically bad, which it will. It is the damage that he is going to do to this country that is the issue. And that's what people just don't see. It's just the damage. I mean, take a look at his cabinet. They're only there for one reason: to dismantle the government, to take down barriers, to ruin the institutions. This guy is only in it for himself. Donnie's only in it to avoid jail time and to seek vengeance on anyone that said anything bad to him or about him. So we need to mentally prepare for that. And there's also a big component which I need to touch on, and I'll do that in a different video, which is also about Project 2025, right? This is the wealthy oligarchs' chance to create their two-class society, their utopia that they've been wanted for a while. So this is not going to be a pleasurable experience. So how do you prepare? Well, first things first and foremost, you know, the game is going to be won between your ears. So mental health is going to be extremely, extremely important this time around. And because what we're going to see and what we are going to witness, you know, over the next months and years to come post Donnie's presidency, or sorry, not presidency, dictatorship, is not going to be pleasant. We're going to see internment camps on the border. We're going to see, you know, farmers lose their seasonal helpers, and meatpacking plants lose their helpers, and people who clean fish and the hospitality industry, as Trump does a widespread mass deportation effort, which is going to raise food prices, right? Seeing those internment camps is not going to be pleasant for many. MAGA is certainly going to have a bunch of orgasms over it. That's just what they've been waiting for. They just want to see bad things happen to people they don't like. But for the rest of us, it's just not going to be good. When they get rid of the Affordable Care Act, there's going to be millions upon millions of Americans that rely on that to get the health insurance they need so they can see their doctors and stuff. When that goes away, millions of people are going to be kicked off. And then there's going to be issues. Because now you're going to have a population that can no longer, you know, see doctors and all that. You know, when they decide to gut Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, you know, that's going to pose its own issues too. Just think of everybody who's retiring. Oh, speaking of the Affordable Care Act, anybody who retires early is going to have some issues too. Because maybe there's a lot of people who early retire that are able to get insurance through the Affordable Care Act. But maybe now, right, insurance premiums could be so high, they may have a pre-existing condition that they can't get health insurance from. Some people who are going to consider retiring early, you know, may need to hold on a little bit longer for health care. So the game is going to be won between the ears. So it's going to be very, very important that, you know, that your mental health is in sharp rate, right? One of the best things you can do is digital detox, right? Put down those devices and do something more analog. Do something crafty, you know? Put together a puzzle, work on a model car, you know, do something that's going to be analog that you can just zone out on, right? That's going to be important, you know? Spend some time with some like-minded people. Go next door, have a cup of coffee with your neighbor, you know? These are the simple things that's going to work on your mental health, because you're going to need a means to just take a step back and breathe and go, oh my God. So having things like that and cutting off the mainstream media, you know, putting down the social media and filling your mind with all a bunch of negative, right? You're going to have to get your mental health straight, because you're going to have to be strong, right? I mean, for those of us who believe in democracy, believe in the rule of law, and believe in freedom of choice, right? We're going to have to be strong, because we're going to have to oppose this shit at every freaking turn and not let them get away with it. We've already seen, you know, people in the media who we once had respect for, think Joe Scarborough and Marie Brzezinski, go down and capitulate to Trump. They bend at the knee. They sold out, right? And we're going to see a lot of people like that just completely sell out. You know, that's what happens when you have, you know, when the elites run the government. So we're going to see stuff and hear stuff and witness stuff, and it's going to be hard. And some of us are going to be affected directly, whether it's putting food on the dinner table, whether you have a business or a farmer that relies on immigrant help, you know, if you have the Affordable Care Act, so, and now you can no longer get health insurance. These are all going to be, you know, important things. So one, get your mental health set up. Number two is your physical health, right? Which ties directly right into the mental health. Look, here in America, we have bad diets, right? The food industry gets away with putting so much shit in our food and chemicals and artificial dyes, and we strip everything down. Wheat is not wheat anymore. So there's a lot of garbage that we've been going, and we've been treated, and I'm guilty too, of treating my body like a trash receptacle. So we need to get better, eat healthier, right? Try to cut down on the junk food the best we can. If we're able to go and get a gym membership, go get a gym membership. Go work with a personal trainer, right? Go for extra walks. Do whatever you can to get into better physical shape. Because if you're in better physical shape and your body's more limber and it's not as sore, it's going to do better for you. It's going to perform better. Getting micronutrients in the system, it's going to be a better deal for you guys. And so that's what's going to be important. Get your physical shape and get your physical shape. Now's not the time to feel bad and gorge on ice cream and gorge on baked goods and pizza and eat a bunch of other garbage food that we all know that we shouldn't be eating. So now's the time to get Betty, because, you know, if you think things are expensive now and healthcare is expensive now, just wait till they dump the Affordable Care Act. If you're on Medicaid or Medicare, you know, hey, that could be cut and you could be limited. So whatever any disease prevention that you can do is going to be a valuable thing. It's going to be very valuable. So get your physical health situated, get everything, get yourself limbered up, and just, you know, be strong in what you're doing. Kurt, you didn't even go. So, and then finally, the third way that you could prepare, which is going to be probably is just as important, is financially. Now, I understand that there are people out there that live paycheck to paycheck, and it's hard. I get it. I understand. I'm 100%. I mean, I grew up dirt poor myself. I knew what it's like to watch my mom struggle, and you know, I knew what it's like to live in a house that's falling down. And so, and of course, I made something out of myself and went to school and graduated and all that kind of stuff like that. But I just wanted to just make sure that getting the financials is all set, because as things get more and more expensive, it's going to cost you more at the grocery store. It's going to cost you more on many different fronts. So let's get that. Let's focus on that. Now, one of the things that you could do is just think about the things that you have that are regular basics. Socks, underwear, t-shirts, your jeans, and all that. We're going to put imports and tariffs on anything. Those are going to be more expensive. So maybe if you have an opportunity to buy yourself some extra basics and stuff like that, it would probably, it'll do you some good. It will definitely do you some good, right? And we're going to turn around, doggy. So, getting those things, stocking money away in a sock drawer and just leaving it there, right? If your tax return comes in, don't spend it on something. You don't need the new big screen TVs, right? Because as things get harder and harder, and as the oligarchs continue to roll out their Project 2025 to make their utopia, and they're going to squeeze you at every turn. They're going to squeeze you at every single turn. And as they continue to squeeze, it's going to get harder and harder and harder and more expensive. Now, unless you're extremely wealthy, you're never going to be able to save enough money to withstand. But at least you'll have some relief along the way. And that's going to be important, right? So, when produce jumps, when meat jumps, right? You're gonna be thanking yourself that, oh man, thank God I didn't get that TV, because the extra $40 or $50 that I need this week for groceries is just coming out of a fund that I set aside. So this is not something to be joked about, okay? This is not going to be pretty. What's going to happen here in America? We're going to have to endure. We're going to have to be mentally strong, we're going to have to be physically strong, and we're going to have to try to be as fiscally as strong as possible. And it also means that we're going to have to help each other out, right? There's going to be, we have to get over our isolationism of each other and our heads in our devices or the other, and get to know our neighbors a little bit, because they're going to be also our rock in our system. They may also be the ones that will provide a nice, the words of encouragement that we need, I'm stumbling over my words here, but you know exactly what I mean. So here's the bottom line. Focus on your mental health. Get your mental health situated, get yourself squared away. Find a hobby you like to do, something that's going to allow you to escape into something constructive. Not destructive, but something constructive. 2, work on your physical health. Hey, I know it's cold. Today is a cold Black Friday, and it is cold. I mean, it's like 15 degrees out. But, I take the dog out. We're going on this walk. We're walking down this trail here. And these are the things that you got to do, right? Put down the junk food, have some more apples, have some more food the way the nature's intended. Do the best you can. And then, of course, work on your finances. Hey, stock money away in a drawer, put some extra in a savings account, start an emergency fund. Remember, you don't need a flat screen TV. If you get a bonus from work, stock it away. If you get your tax return, stock it away. These are the small things that we have to do in order to get through. So I'm going to have a lot of other videos. I'm just getting started with this channel. I feel the need to to voice my opinion and get things out. And the more that we all are able to help each other out and provide a voice of reason through our videos, I think that'll be great. My videos are going to be pretty much raw, just to be honest with you. I'm not much for video editing software. I'm just going to basically connect my GoPro to my harness here, and I'm just going to shoot and go. So there will be a lot of stumbling, there'll be a lot of turning around, there'll be a lot of this. I like walking in nature like this and seeing trees and stuff, walking down trails, so that's what we're going to do a lot of. But anyway, I hope you have a splendid day. Stay strong, take care of your mental health, take care of your physical health, and work on your finances. It's going to be a long road ahead, but defiance is how we're going to win it. Defiance is how we're going to win it. We'll see you at the next video.